Lauren, aka Pumpkin, had been fans' favorite for years. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. She was the one who stood up for her younger sibling Alana. The star kid decided to take her sister's custody when she witnessed Mama June going behind bars. Lauren was legally granted guardianship of Honey Boo Boo, and the viewers duly recognized her commendable job. But now it appears that she is losing the respect she had worked hard to earn, and is facing criticism for her recent behavior. Several viewers have started calling Pumpkin a spitting image of her mother lately. Is she really walking in the footsteps of Mama June? How so? Mama June. Viewers call out Pumpkin for behaving like Shannon. Mama June has received backlash for endless things in life. Fans have called her out for her rude behavior and the way she literally abandoned her kids just for a new man in her life. However, viewers have been really proud of her kids as they don't have a single negative attribute of their mother. But it seems that now some eagle-eyed users have started to spot many similarities between Pumpkin and June. Even a Reddit thread started claiming that the former is now becoming a spitting image of her mother. As per the thread, Pumpkin has changed a lot this year. She is often spotted abusing fans, screaming at her kids, and being rude to almost everyone. A user even claimed that the celeb was exactly like her mother since the beginning, and it's only now that her true personality is coming out. On the other hand, someone pointed out the possibility of Pumpkin being on drugs. Apparently, there have been several instances when fans noticed her behaving in a questionable manner. Hence, they became skeptical if she was actually on drugs just like her mother. This is another reason why fans started doubting if Jessica was a better choice than Lauren when it came to Alana's custody. Mama June. Is it all Pumpkin's fault? Or is it just the money issues? Several fans have called out Pumpkin for her rude behavior and similar qualities to Mama June. But many regular watchers came to her rescue. They believe that it isn't solely the star kid's fault. A user explained how Lauren was born and brought up in a toxic environment that might have affected her mental health. Apparently, she had to face sexual abuse allegations, and watching her mother abandon her kids for men must have been tough for her. Moreover, Pumpkin ended up becoming a teen mom, which added heavy responsibility to her shoulders at a very young age. Several fans noted that Pumpkin is just a victim of harsh circumstances. As per the current scenario, she is raising 3 kids and Alana without a permanent and proper job. In addition, she is also watching her mother adapt to her life as if nothing happened and witnesses Anna fighting cancer. Things are really not working in Pumpkin's favor these days. Hence, there is a fair chance that she is simply not able to cope with the diverse situations, and her frustration is coming out in the form of anger. Keep coming back to TV season and spoilers for all the latest Mama June tea. Lauren Pumpkin Shannon sat at the kitchen table of her modest home, her brow furrowed in worry as she stared at the pile of bills in front of her. It seemed like no matter how hard she and her husband, Josh, worked, they could never quite get ahead. With 2 young children to care for and a slew of financial responsibilities weighing heavily on her shoulders, Pumpkin couldn't shake the feeling of dread that seemed to follow her everywhere. As the daughter of the infamous Mama June Shannon, Pumpkin had grown up in the spotlight, her family's antics broadcast for the world to see on their hit reality TV show. But now, as a young mother trying to make ends meet, she found herself facing a very different kind of scrutiny. One that came not from the cameras, but from her own bank account. Chapter 2. A Desperate Decision. With bills piling up and creditors hounding them at every turn, Pumpkin felt like she was drowning in debt. She had always prided herself on being independent and self-sufficient, but lately it seemed like no matter what she did, she just couldn't keep her head above water. One night, as she lay awake in bed, unable to sleep for worry, Pumpkin made a decision that would change the course of her life. She would do whatever it took to provide for her family, even if it meant following in her mother's footsteps. It wasn't an easy decision to make, but Pumpkin knew that desperate times called for desperate measures. And so, with a heavy heart, she set out to find a way to make ends meet, no matter the cost. Chapter 3. The Toll of Fame. As Pumpkin delved deeper into the world of reality TV, she found herself increasingly drawn into the same cycle of fame and notoriety that had consumed her mother for so many years. The pressure to perform, to entertain, to be someone she wasn't. All of it weighed heavily on her, threatening to crush her spirit beneath its weight. But still, Pumpkin soldiered on, determined to do whatever it took to provide for her family. She threw herself into her work, sacrificing her own well-being in the process, all in the name of fame and fortune. As the months passed, Pumpkin began to notice subtle changes in herself, changes that mirrored those she had seen in her mother all those years ago. She was more irritable, more prone to outbursts of anger, more distant from those she loved. And yet, no matter how hard she tried, she couldn't seem to break free from the grip that fame had on her life. Chapter 4. A Cry for Help. As rumors began to swirl about Pumpkin's behavior, her fans grew increasingly concerned for her well-being. They watched helplessly as she spiraled deeper and deeper into the world of fame and fortune, fearing that she was on the verge of losing herself entirely. But despite their concerns, Pumpkin remained resolute in her determination to provide for her family. She couldn't afford to let them down. Not now, not ever. And so, she continued to put on a brave face for the cameras, even as she felt herself slipping further and further away from the person she used to be. But deep down, Pumpkin knew that something had to change. She couldn't continue down this path forever, not if she wanted to hold on to what little remained of her sanity. And so, in a moment of desperation, she reached out to her fans for help, hoping against hope that they would be able to offer her the support and guidance she so desperately needed. Chapter 5. Finding Redemption. As news of Pumpkin's cry for help spread, her fans rallied around her, offering words of encouragement and support in her darkest hour. For the first time in a long time, Pumpkin felt a glimmer of hope flicker to life within her, a spark of possibility that maybe, just maybe, things could get better. With the support of her fans behind her, Pumpkin began to take steps to reclaim her life, to break free from the shackles of fame and fortune, and rediscover the person she had once been. It wasn't easy, and there were many obstacles along the way, but with each passing day, Pumpkin felt herself growing stronger, more resilient, more determined to carve out a better future for herself and her family. And as she looked back on the journey she had taken, Pumpkin couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in how far she had come. She had faced her demons head-on, confronted her fears, and emerged stronger and more determined than ever before. Conclusion. In the end, the story of Pumpkin Shan is one of redemption, of resilience, of the power of hope in the face of adversity. Despite the pressures of fame and fortune, Pumpkin refused to let herself be consumed by the same demons that had haunted her mother for so many years. With the support of her fans and the love of her family, Pumpkin found the strength to break free from the cycle of fame and fortune that threatened to destroy her. She reclaimed her life, her identity, her sense of self, and in doing so, she showed the world that no matter how dark the night may seem, there is always a glimmer of light waiting to guide us home.